Hey, this is Kiki Ayers with the Red Carpet Report. Right now we're in Hollywood at the 4th annual NormaJeanGala supporting Hollygrove. Nice to meet you. Tell me what brings you out to this event tonight.
Actually, my husband Peter Weller and I serve on the board together at Hollygrove. And we just got involved this year, and friends of ours, we all go to a preschool down the street, and some friends were really involved in Hollygrove and said, maybe you want to come over and check it out. It's a wonderful program for kids in their after-school programs who may have been abused or neglected in some way. And, you know, we kind of live in a glass wall on Melrose. We live on the other side of Melrose and never knew any of this was over on this side as far as Hollygrove is concerned. So it's a really fantastic program that they run over there. And I volunteer a lot of time over there and plan on doing more and getting more parents involved. And yeah, we really believe in them. You know, these kids need a lot of attention and TLC, and we do have available volunteers at our school that we get to come over and help with some of their Olympic programs they do against each other. And they also have a new program called Believe that they're starting up for kids from 3 to 5. So they can get in early and help them start to believe in themselves a little bit. They'll go a lot further, I think. So.
Were there any kids specifically, of course not naming, but just that affected you or just like touched you the most, their story?
Yeah, there's a couple actually, some really, I mean, they're all really, really fantastic. There's some kids that have some special needs, maybe some autistic ones, some have Tourette's. Some are abused or come from abused families, unfortunately. Some are sober. You know, under 13 and being sober is a huge, huge feat in my book. Very powerful. So, yeah, there was one little boy, I won't name his name, but we did a Valentine's craft with him recently. And he's autistic, not severely, but a little bit. And he was really, really sweet. He wrote a Valentine to me, and I wasn't sure if we were connecting really. I kept trying, but I didn't want to be too overpowering with him. But the counselors over there are really super great with them and know what their needs are, and they let us know as well, so we know like how much attention to give them. If you know, if you can touch them on the shoulder, or if they like hugs. Some kids don't have hugs at all at home, so it's very interesting. But he really opened my eyes as far as needing a little bit more attention. And there was another little boy, super sweet. He likes to sing a lot, so. He'll just break out into song for any reason at all. So the kids are like any other kids, you know. It's just that maybe their home life isn't like everybody else's, and so they can get that extra attention and counseling that they need at Hollygrove. And Hollygrove does go into the families as well and does a wraparound program to teach the parents how to parent, because you only know what you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if there's a kid that's being abused, can they come on their own, or do they have to have parental consent?
They can come on their own, but they will have to have parental consent. Hollygrove usually receives their kids either from the school counselors, from the police, and maybe if they're, you know, a DFACS or something like that. And if they, you know, because out of the 100,000 foster children in California, 35,000 of them are LA County, which is insane. So the after-school program over here, the Endless Summer Program, handles 50 kids. And it works out to be about $100 a kid to make everything happen and to teach them and help them with homework and teach them other social skills and things. And so, you know, the state doesn't give the money for that. So this function that we're here for tonight, the gala, is great because the rest of it is all private funding, and they need that. You know, there's a lot in this little neighborhood from Sunset down to Melrose, basically from Western over to Fairfax. There are 8 very active gangs, and most of these kids are coming out of those families. Some don't have families at all, and Hollygrove has another program called, it's like a search program. They can search out and find a cousin that may be in San Francisco, but at least they can connect that cousin either by phone or by letters to the child if they're in foster care. At least they have found some family member originally that they may have never known before, and can start some type of foundation that way as well. So they do an awful lot of good things at Hollygrove, needless to say, and they need a lot of help with their funding, and that's what we're here for tonight, to raise some money.
Awesome. Yeah. I love you and your husband. I love that you guys do it together. How do you maintain a healthy and happy relationship in Hollywood?
Well, it's tough because we're not in the same zip code a lot of times, like right now. We have a 3.5-year-old, so I'm here a lot more now. But Peter's on location a lot. He's directing an awful lot right now. He's in North Carolina working on Under the Dome, which is a Spielberg production. And so we leave tomorrow morning early to go see him there. He just finished up Salem and Shreveport. And then he goes on to, he's coming back here actually. He's teaching a class at UCLA. And then he's going on to direct Longmire and act in that again. So he's kind of busy. Then we go to Budapest in the summer. So it's tough, but we don't like to stay away from each other more than 2 weeks at a time. Thank God for Skype and FaceTime and cell phones, and yeah, it's tough. But we don't, that's our normal. We don't know any different. So it works for us. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite charity.